Hey everyone, welcome to the first Genshin Impact video of the channel. Now for this series I'm going to put together some of my favorite cutscenes from every nation. And also let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite cutscene from the game. For this first one it's going to be from Mondstadt. Now before I get into the actual thing, although they're short clips, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, so if you don't want to watch it, feel free to skip it. I just want to put together something for us to look back as to what we've gone through as the Traveler. Because, as of this video, it's 4.2, so we've gone through quite a lot. So I just wanted to put together something almost like a memory, so we can all enjoy what we've gone through, you know? So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so for this first scene, I'm sure everyone watching this video has seen it. Obviously, we know that the Traveler's sibling has gone missing. It's like the most important scene of the game. It's why we're going through all the 7 nations of Teyvat to find the siblings' whereabouts, right? But whatever, you guys already know what I'm talking about, so let's just get right into it. And here it is.
So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Outlanders, your journey ends here. Who are you? The sustainer of heavenly principles. The arrogation of mankind ends now.
And just like that, the god took away my brother. Some kind of seal was cast upon me, and I lost my power. So whilst we used to cross world after world, we are now trapped here. How many years ago was it? I don't know. But I intend to find out. After I awoke, I was all alone. Right up until I met you 2 months ago.
Yeah, Paimon really owes you for that. Otherwise, Paimon likely would have drowned. So Paimon will do her best to be a great guide. We should head off. Let's get going.
Yeah, it's been a while since I last seen it. Watching it now, it's pretty sad once again to see Lumine get separated from her brother, but hey, that's why we have the game, right? This scene is like the call to action to the story and how everything started. And so she's going around to all 7 nations to ask the Archons to see if they know anything about her brother. Personally, I think this one is definitely one of the most important and one of the most memorable scenes out of all the ones in the game, and I'm sure most people will think the same way, because it's like you open the game, that's the first thing you see. Okay, next up is Prologue Act II. Now, I don't think this one is as memorable as the first one. It's still one of my favorite ones because it kind of takes us back into Mondstadt's history, giving us insight as to what happened during that time. Because when we start the game, we don't know what happened, because that's the event that happened hundreds of years before. Without this scene and us going through the Archon quest with all the characters mentioning about Storm Terror, aka Dvalin, we wouldn't know what happened in the past that led to where Mondstadt is right now. So I think that scene kind of gives us some background as to how this all started. So it's like our adventure in Mondstadt is the second half of the story where we try to resolve the problem with Dvalin, while this cutscene fills in the first half, thus connecting the two sides and making it a complete story. This cutscene is like a once upon a time kind of a thing, and those are always great to hear, especially in the context of Genshin Archon quest. So let's take a look.
What is to be sung transpired in days of yore, when the divine Archons still walked the earth. A dragon cast his curious gaze on the world below, as he parted from the heavens that gave his birth. The dragon sought truth amongst common folk, but mortal trifles only fogged his mind. The wind-born bard strummed his strings dulce, and the holy lyre answered his questions kind. The dragon was but a child, full of wonder, and soared the heavens free from care. The bard's songs invited him to sing along, for he yearned to let all perceive him fair. Enchanting legends the bard and dragon were, but the tides of despair soon engulfed the land. The lion fang perished, and the falcon flag slept, as a vile dragon approached Mondstadt in Mondstadt. Over the cathedral loomed death and his friends. Of the people's agony, the bards soon sang. The soaring dragon heeded his grave calls, and amidst the windstorms a brutal war sprang. Blood of venom sent the sky dragon into slumber, only to awake to be expelled in abhor. Why do people in this age loathe me so? But the holy lyre replied no more. Wrath and woe, vigor and venom, poured from the dragon's bitter eyes. The dragon's curse sprawled in silence, but the lyre could no longer soothe his cries.
So yeah, an evil dragon came and Dvalin was trying to protect Mondstadt, got injured during the war, and stayed at the lair where he would be manipulated by the Abyss so that he can come after and attack the city, because the Abyss wants the city gone. So after watching this scene, we as the traveler know now how all of these things in Mondstadt started. Now Act 3, this one has gotta be a good one because that's where a game and a movie come together. You know, even though it's all fantasy, it gives us players the feeling that we've done something so big and so significant that we saved the city. And it's a very powerful feeling too. It's like the ending of a movie where the hero, the traveler in this case, defeats the dragon and saves the city from further attacks, where later on everybody in Mondstadt sees him or her as the hero. It is very good to know that the conflict with Storm Terror has now been resolved, and watching this scene where Venti and Dvalin are together again, it's just very heartwarming and lovely in my opinion. I'm pretty sure there are quite a few Venti fans out there, so I think most of you guys will think the same way. And yeah, let's just get into it.
It's been a while since we flew like this together. Huh, Dvalin?
Just now. Why? Why did you not ask me to protect you like the last time?
Me not wanting you to listen to the Abyss Order doesn't mean that you have to listen to me. Freedom, if demanded of you by an Archon, is really no freedom at all.
Is this the power of the Animal Archon? But I am no longer part of the Four Winds.
Even if that's so, you still protected us regardless. Now spread your wings of freedom and go with my blessing.
And so, the Storm Terror threat was quelled. I clarified the misunderstanding to the citizens of Mondstadt, and let them know that they are safe. To them, it seems Storm Terror attacked Mondstadt out of nowhere, and then vanished just as quickly. They must be finding the whole ordeal very confusing.
However, winds change their course. Someday, they will blow towards a brighter future.
Isn't this such a beautiful ending? I kind of wish it was a little bit longer, to be honest. I mean, Dvalin's tumors are gone, so he's back to normal, and then he's reunited with Venti again. So that's a very lovely thing to see. And towards the end there, it's very calming and peaceful as we see Jean, Diluc, Traveler, and Venti around the city, with a very happy Dvalin flying over the city as well. So that kind of shows us that the city is in a time of peace. But of course, later on, Senora comes in and something happens, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil the story for anybody. Anyways, what a great opening and a beautiful ending to the prologue in Mondstadt. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I did. Next up, we will be traveling to Liyue and see some of the cutscenes from there. So I wish everyone a safe journey, and I'll see everyone there.